This is my interview with Frank Torchia of Torch Entertainment. He actually is one of the executive producers of The Wishman, and it is coming out June 7th. So we are going to find out a little bit more about him in this lovely place here in Arizona. It is absolutely gorgeous with all the lovely flowers around. And so, Frank, you had a unique experience. How did you trip into this industry?
It was after my divorce. My cousin Mike, who's a producer, one of the top personal trainers in Hollywood, told me to come out, and went out and kind of clear my head after a tough divorce. And long story short, small producer needed some money. We were able to raise some money. Kind of was a cool experience being on set. And started meeting a lot of folks in the business. A good friend of mine, Jeff Mallion, who produced the first Leprechaun movie, gave Jennifer Aniston her first start. He got a sequel to Steven Spielberg, kind of mentored me in the business. And we did a handful of TV shows, some independent films, and the most recent one as an executive producer on the new movie Wishman, about the Make-A-Wish Foundation founder, Frank Shankowitz. A great story that started here in the Arizona area. And we have a number of TV shows, and it's been an amazing journey, unbelievably blessed. My daughter's my makeup artist, so I'm blessed to get to work with my daughter every day, which is a blessing. And so we go through trials and tribulations, and so we go ups and downs, and had a great opportunity to meet you and hear your story and share some of the things that you were going through and the introductions that you made. And so this is a fun business that we're in, and being creative and having the opportunity to storytell. I think telling stories from a unique perspective is important, and that's what we've been doing.
What do you think the toughest part of your job is?
Well, there's probably two parts. One, always, when you're getting ready to do a movie, you got to raise the capital to make the movie, and so that's a challenge in itself, is getting someone to believe in your project enough where you can raise the capital. And then the second part is always, getting the distribution, getting someone to say yes to the project that you created, the story you told, where it's so compelling that they want it before somebody else. So those are always the two hardest parts. But if you surround yourself with a great team, because that's what it takes, whether a TV show or a film, it's a team effort. I was just part of a team. Frank Shankowitz's story. Greg Reed, who actually got the rights to Frank Shankowitz's story, that's a unique story in itself. Greg is an author, a speaker, and he was interviewing Frank after his speak, where he wasn't a dry eye in the house. And so Greg asked Frank, he said, well, you've granted so many wishes with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. What's your wish? And Frank was to take it back. He goes, I don't know. He said, I'd like my story to be told so my grandkids know who I am. And Greg said, done. Wish granted. Give me the rights to your story and we'll make a movie. This was 6 years ago. And they circled in some amazing people to get this story told. And then September of 2017, September 11th, as a matter of fact, we started filming the movie. And it'll be released this June 7th nationwide. So what an amazing journey over a 6-year period to get that story told.
Wow. It sounds like a long time, I guess, the sales cycle of this whole thing, as they say, overnight success. Is that in the movie business?
Yeah, it's hard. Deadpool that came out a few years ago took 10 years to get to the screen. It does, sometimes it's quick, sometimes it does take a process. There's hiccups in filming, making sure you get the right cast, the right talent, and it's just, sometimes it's quicker. Sometimes, if you're blowing things up, you got to be on set a little longer, and then doing the editing, and then, like I said, you're finding that distributor, the studio that says, hey, this is a story that we got to have before someone else has. So sometimes it can be a long process. Getting the script written is a long process, making sure it's the best script out there that you can get, and then trying to get the right cast to match what's on the script, the right director to tell the story, and then putting it all together in the post-production and music and whatnot. And so the team that Greg and another gentleman, Mark Gold, had put together was just fantastic. So I just did my part in being involved with it, and it was we filmed for 28 straight days up in Prescott, Arizona, where Make-A-Wish started. We've done TV shows where it's here in Phoenix, Arizona. We've gotten 4 TV shows that we filmed here. We work with Sun Studios of Arizona, which happens to be the film school for ASU Film School, and they do fantastic work. Darren Ramage runs that facility, and so it's surrounding yourself with amazing people, and I've been truly fortunate to be able to do that.
If someone wants to make a movie and they are trying to contact someone like you, I mean, you guys are really hard to get a hold of, first of all, and then you never read any of our stuff anyhow. But so how would someone approach you?
I think everyone's approachable. You know, even the most successful people to mid-level people. Everyone's looking for good stories.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's a good, compelling story, I think anyone can reach out, and whether it be through social media, whether it be through websites or whatnot. I think if you think you got a compelling story, reach out to someone, and if it, I think honesty is the best policy. If it's compelling, we'll say it. If it's not, I'll say it as well.
He told me 2 of my ideas need to get rewritten, so they need to get scripts, which is expensive. So yeah, I know you
Yes.
than people candidly. That's nice.
Yes, and because you want to be honest, you don't want to, get people's hopes up, and then all of a sudden, you can't fulfill. I think setting expectations are important, and so if you can't do something, you say you can't do it. If you can do it, say you can do it, and work your hardest to get it done. But yeah, if you got a great story, if you got a compelling story that's unique and different, that hasn't been told from a certain perspective, I think everyone's looking for a cool story to tell.
Well, I know last evening we were very lucky. I happened to invite you to a hangar party, and we tripped on 2 amazing people who have 2 amazing stories. So sometimes it just happens, randomness, right? I mean, that's what happens, I guess. But I really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to do this. I think it's really cool that, as I said, that you do listen to stories, you do listen to opportunities and ideas, and we may be doing a reality show, supposedly. We'll see.
Yeah,
It's a good concept.
Yeah, you're an interesting gal, and obviously beautiful, and you got some cool stories, great relationships, and I appreciate the opportunity to share our little story about what we've been doing over the years.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Talk to you soon. Bye.